Mate, if you ain't getting this one, then this one's for you.
What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video on EME TV. Now, apologies for the delay. I've been off YouTube for a while. Life has just got in the way. Obviously I've got plans to do stuff. I'm still here. I've not gone, even though I have gone off the channel for a bit, but I'm still here planning stuff. But unfortunately life has got in the way of me doing and recording the content that I want to. But now hopefully I'm sort of semi back. But anyway, in today's video, I'm taking out the Ep3. We're currently obviously doing the projects on the Ep3 at the moment. Don't even know where I'm up to because it's been long since the last time I filmed it. I think we were up to probably me respraying it. So in this video, what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and go see if I can get new tyres and go and do one or two things on the car as well. And I've got some news on the FN2 as well. So without further ado, let's get going. So then, here we are. There are my two babies. Obviously, we're taking the Ep3 out today. In terms of the FN2, it's still here. Still obviously a workhorse. Been using it daily as usual. But as you can see, the wheel sort of plastic covers are still off on both sides, which is something I've got to address. All these things I addressed in like a previous video a long time ago. Obviously, you need to get a new ring, and that damage you can see on the rear quarter or on the passenger side needs to get done. But to be fair, the carbon parts that I put on from Carbon My Ride, which are the wing mirrors and the door handles, and unfortunately the petrol cap fell off, but it fell off when I was trying to fill the car up. Obviously picked it up, went and obviously put it in my glove compartment, so I've got that. I just got to re-glue that on properly this time. But yeah, without further ado, let's get in here, go for a ride and tell you what I'm doing on the Ep3 moving forward. Probably been a while since you heard that, but that sound never ever gets old. Absolutely love it. But yeah, let's get going. So yeah guys, here we are back in the Ep3 having a little drive, and apologies, I've got the window down a bit because it does tend to get very hot in here. Well, I tend to get hot quite easily, so I've put the window down. But anyway, welcome back to the Ep3, and over the past couple of weeks I've been in and out on what I'm doing with this car, the way I'm feeling about it, and it's quite strange, but obviously a number of factors come into it, and I've actually filmed a whole separate video talking about this, but I just haven't put it up yet, unfortunately. And how on earth are you going to stop right there and like, come on man, move over. Drivers, man, some people pay for their license, honestly. But anyway, moving on to the Ep3. So, and to be fair, I've actually been using this car a lot more. The reason I haven't been using my FN2 as much is because I've actually bought a new clutch for the FN2. It's actually just in the boot, waiting to be booked in to actually be fitted. Unfortunately, I haven't had time to, well, I have had time to sort of drop it off, but my mechanic hasn't had time. He's been out of the country, and I'm basically waiting for him to come back so I can actually go on, book that in to his garage to obviously just get fitted. I've actually bought a competition clutch from ID Works as well that will be fitted in the FN2 hopefully this coming week or early next week. So fingers crossed on that one. A video will be coming out on the FN2. So therefore, because I didn't want to, apologies, because I didn't want to continuously use the FN2, knowing that the clutch is sort of going, it is going a bit more now. Obviously I've been using the car for almost a year, and it came with the clutch not in the best of conditions as well. I thought I sort of park that to one side, even though I still use it now and again, park it to one side and use the Ep3 a lot more on days that it isn't, you know, raining and so on and so forth, because as we know, the rust issues on this, so I tend to not bring it out too many times when it is raining and we do have torrential weather. But yeah, so moving on, what are my thoughts on this, and what am I planning to do with it? So my thoughts on obviously the Ep3 so far. Great car. I can't stress to you how much of a good car the Ep3 is, especially at the value that you can pick one up for. Now that value obviously depends on, you know, a number of factors. Mine's obviously on the cheaper end because mine's categorized, and you know, with that being said, it sort of affects the value of it moving on. But I mean, to be fair, the Ep3 nowadays, mine's on 126k. How much can you get, sort of, how much you can get them on the used market now. 126k, probably HPI clears, probably in and around the 4.5 to 5.5 mark, which isn't too bad considering what it is. Also, I mean, there's a Honda as well. I mean, the mileages I've seen on these are absolutely ridiculous. I mean, I think I did a video or included one in the video where I saw one on almost 400k miles. So with mine being on 126 side, to be fair, I'm not worried in the slightest. Still quite a few things to do on this Ep3. Obviously, we currently got the project ongoing at the moment. Unfortunately, because life has just got in the way, I haven't been able to obviously continue that as smoothly as I thought I would. Apologies if you can't see me as well, because the camera's just gone a bit dark for some reason, but I'm sure you'll pick me up in no time. But yeah, couldn't do it as smoothly as possible, but it will be coming back. Certain things we need to do. I wanted to book it in. Unfortunately, I was away with work last week. It was supposed to be booked in to a Honda specialist. The Honda specialist I used, PCH, to go and get a health check, to just do a video on where we're up to with that and how they see the state of the Ep3 so far. They saw it when it was in a much worse state, so it'd be good to get their opinion on how far it's sort of come over the last sort of, you know, couple months or so. So that'd be good. So I'll be booking this in for a health check at PCH, Honda specialist. Then in the pops and bangs I can hear from the Scorpion backbox are pretty tasty, aren't they? But what else? There's also, I need to get new tyres. I want to get matching, so I've got Yokohama and another brand on here. So what I want to do is sort of unify them. I want to get two Michelin Pilot Sport 4s on the front and keep the used Yokohamas on the back. So I've got two Yokohamas and then two other tyres, but different makes. So I'd like to keep them the same, depending on obviously the tread that are left in the Yokohamas, which I'll go and check as well. But I need to go and get the Michelin Pilot Sport 4s ordered to my friend who's a mechanic, who's currently away. He has got to order those tyres for me in and obviously fit them when they arrive. So hopefully we'll be getting some decent tyres, or we'll have decent tyres on this as well. Now, some things I need to do. I want to go and get the suspension looked at on this. It drives fine and everything, but sometimes when I get on a road, and I don't know if any of you, please help me out if any of you have actually had this similar problem. Every time I get on a road which is uneven, I hear a little noise from the rear end. I don't know what that is. It doesn't, because obviously when I'm driving I don't hear anything, but as soon as I get on an unlevel road, if I pull out and the road is unlevel and maybe one of the wheels is off the ground, there's a noise and it's really annoying. And I just don't, because I've tried to touch up everything and tried to make it as clean as possible, but that noise is sort of affecting me, so I need to go and check out to see what the hell that is. So if any of you have any ideas of what that possibly may be, if you've had problems in the past on your Ep3 making like a noise, it sounds like it's coming from underneath the car. And I don't know, I just need to go and get that checked. That's one of the things I'm going to get checked at PCH anyway. When they do have time, they will obviously look at that and hopefully give me the reasoning behind why the hell I'm getting noise from my Ep3 when I'm on unlevel ground, but when I'm not, it's an absolute blast. Oh, 30 miles an hour. Try not to be, how was that guy stop there? Absolutely nuts. And one of the things that I actually want to talk about is the value of Ep3s. Now, as we know, Ep3s year on year are becoming rarer and rarer cars. More and more of them are getting wrapped around trees, not looked after, broken, because obviously the underneath is in an absolute terrible state and it's just rotten out. So with that being said, and obviously with the world changing in the future, cars like the Ep3 and cars like that are going to be no more, with manufacturers especially having to build hybrid cars by the year 2030, which is absolute, yeah, it's absolute, you know, just let's just say I just don't agree with that. Obviously, I don't think the infrastructure is there for electric cars, but that's another discussion altogether. But yeah, with that being said, and you know, them being rarer and rarer, my question is obviously, my theory is, my thing was I wanted to sell it because I wanted to put the money towards something else, and you know, and this, that and the other, because there's certain things I haven't done in my life so far which, you know, this would help to achieve. But then I'm thinking, I would want an Ep3 in my life later down the line. And with that being said, how much would an Ep3 cost when later down the line when I want to come to get one? Now at the moment I've seen there's been, you know, I saw one immaculate EP3 on eBay the other day for like 25 grand, but obviously those ones, it's one 15,000 miles, barely ever driven, full service history, paintwork was immaculate, all of that. But obviously you just want to get one which is decent. I would if I was to sell this, I would get a Prem edition as well, if I was to ever get one in the future. And you know, on the market now I see Prem editions, good ones anyway, possibly HPI clear, although I don't really care too much, but I see them going for in and around sort of anywhere between 5 and 8k depending on what the mileage is, and obviously service history and if certain things have been changed. So with that theory, what I'm thinking is, do I just hang on, and if I do want to sell this, get a bit more money for it? But the thing is, with it being categorized, as I've stressed in every single video that I've done in this car, does that really affect the, is that really going to affect the resale value that much? Because what I'm thinking is that I've documented most of the things and I've bought new parts for this car. You saw how I got it in an absolute terrible state, and went and bought a new front end, all this stuff, and well, a used front end, but you know what I mean, a new front end, all this stuff. And you know, it's one of those things where I'm just like, you know what, is it going to affect it that bad? Because I've got everything to back it up. It's been serviced, it's, you know, it's had all the relevant new parts. I've changed things that I probably didn't need to change because I wanted to. I just want to keep the car really fresh and really clean, so I should still be able to get strong money for it. But then that's me being like, oh yeah, you know, that's me being probably thinking a bit too far ahead, too far fetched. Like, come on, it is Cat N, which is the more desirable. I wouldn't say more desirable because obviously none are desirable, but more desirable category in my opinion. If you were going to buy a category car, you probably would shy away from Cat S cars and probably go and buy a Cat N. But then again, it's all up in the air anyway. So the values of EP3s, do you feel like the values of EP3s are going up as much as people are saying as well, or is the hype just sort of there for, I don't even know what to say? But do you guys feel like the EP3s are actually going up, and do you see them being a sort of 10k plus car in the next sort of 24 to 36, yeah, 2 to 3 years? What do you guys reckon? Because I've been thinking about it and I do see them going up. Obviously I'm in loads of EP3 forums, EP3 sort of chats on Facebook. Are they going up? I think they are, but to what extent? And do you think they're just going to level off at a certain point? Because they are getting rarer and rarer. And the DVLA sort of database, I think I saw a little clip on it the other day of the ones still registered and still taxed, and the ones soared. And you know, EP3s are going down every single year, and I'm just thinking, if I do get rid of this, I don't want to be paying extortionate amounts if I want to get one back in the future. So you guys let me know your thoughts on that, and if you're in limbo about EP3s as well, you guys let me know as well. And just, I thought I'd just touch on this as well with regarding the FN2. There will be a similar project going out on that, because obviously I do need to do a whole load of stuff on that, but I didn't want to run both of them at the same time because my pockets aren't that full. So an FN2 sort of project or restoration, or what, it's not really restoration, it's just a project on fixing everything that needs to be fixed, and then obviously doing stuff down the line, and that will be coming to the channel as well very, very shortly. But yeah guys, you guys let me know your thoughts on sort of EP3s, their values and so on. I've just got to the tyre shop, so I'm going to quickly go and ask them if they've got tyres. If they have, I'll show you the EP3 getting their new tyres. If not, I'll probably end the video there. So yeah, let me just go and quickly ask them. All right, all parked up and all back at home now, as you can see, with the EP3 behind me alongside the FN2. But yeah, for some reason there seems to be a shortage of Michelin PS4 tyres, well, part 1 ones anyway, around. I went to a tyre shop that I've been to before where I actually picked up the FN2 PS4s for that, and they've just said that they don't have any and they're hard to come by now. So quite frustrating. I probably have to bite the bullet and buy some brand new ones for the EP3. I was in two minds to do that because I didn't know whether I was keeping or selling, but I've got to do that anyway. But guys, yep, thanks a lot for watching. Sorry for the delayed content. I will try and obviously get at least one video out every week now, and watch out for this little mini series coming on the FN2 as well, which will be hopefully interesting and good fun as well. But we're trying to finish off, well, that one first. But yeah, it's been a palaver, the whole thing's been a faff. But guys, thanks a lot for watching. Stay tuned for more content to come. Please like, comment and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I will hopefully see you guys very, very soon. Peace.
Mate, if you ain't getting this one, then this one's for you.